There is a kind of busy that feels like progress. You answer the clients, you make the content, you post it, maybe you edit it, you fix it, you follow up, and by the time you look up, the whole day is gone. The list is done, and somehow nothing actually moved. I know the feeling well. For a long time, I thought the answer was to do more. Boy, I was wrong. Welcome to Made Intelligent. I'm Stephanie Stripe, your host. Today I want to talk about the difference between being busy and building something, especially something intentionally that matters, because they're not the same thing, and most of us confuse one for the other, and sometimes for years. A business has a million small pieces. There's always something to answer, always something to fix, something to post, and when you don't stop, you get pulled into the operational part of all of it all day long. The doing, the task you can't check off, the million pieces of the business. I used to believe that more content will bring more views, and more views will bring more money. Isn't that the way it works? So I made more, I posted more, and I stay ultra busy. But more content did not bring more money. More hours inside client work did not bring more revenue. I would over-deliver, undercharge, and pour all my attention and heart into everyone else's business while my own strategy sat untouched. Here's where it really hurt. You spend days making something, you put it out into the world, and you get crickets. Really, crickets. No traction, no response, all that effort, and nothing comes back. Maybe a little bit. When that happens enough times, it drains you. You lose the energy to keep going, and you start to blame the wrong thing. You decide the product is broken, or maybe the offer is the problem, when most of the time, it was never the offer, it was the strategy behind it. So here's one thing I want you to sit with today. Being busy is doing 100 tasks you can cross off the list for sure. Building is doing the one thing that actually means something for your business. Same thing I see that is happening nowadays when you use AI. Some people are getting excited about the tool and they start prompting and having more work done with it. But are they giving the AI the things that matter? Or are they creating more work for themselves? More is the feeling of trying to be successful. Because more is what we reach for when we're afraid to stop and choose. Because that is the real thing underneath all of it. When your calendar is full of doing, there is no room left to think. And you cannot build something that matters if you never have the space to decide what matters, right? You don't have a problem of time. You have a clarity problem. So here's what I do now and what I want you to try this week. What I do is on Monday, before the week takes me, I choose not 20 tasks, a few. I pick the one thing each day that will actually make an impact on the business, the needle mover, not the noise, and maybe a couple more things during the day. And then I stop. I put a limit on the work because if I don't, the day-to-day, the operational will eat me and will eat everything. And I have been down that road before. Busy with no traction is how you walk yourself straight back into burnout. I learned something quieter too. I used to stop to eat or put my kids to bed, but I wasn't really there. My body was in the room and my mind was still in the work. Now, when I stop, I actually stop. Because my business is here to serve my life, and that's what I put systems in place, not to swallow me. Learn to say no. Choose the few things that matter. Protect the space to think. And connect with your strategy instead of chaos. If staying a thinker behind your business is what you care about, that is exactly what we do every week. One email every Thursday with an insight that will be useful. I will leave the links in the show notes below for our newsletter. You don't need to do more. You need to choose better. And even when you use AI, that's one shift that changes everything that comes after it. Don't forget to create space to think. Until the next one.